Hey, it's Kyle D here, and this video I wanted to make for you just because I see a lot of incompetence, I'll call it, on websites like Freelancer and Elance. And in this video, I want to talk about how to land more jobs and create responses that get more bids and jobs. I often hire a lot of people from Elance and Odesk, and there are great people on here, including yourself, I'm sure. So what I want to do is make sure that you get get the leg up on anybody who is your competition or fighting for the same job that you are. So here's an example of a job that I posted. I think it was a little bit over 24 hours ago, and you'll see that I have 125 responses from all over the world, and this is typically what I see in Elance. And so I posted a simple job. It's just a simple front and back document that needed transcribed. It's a spreadsheet that has a name, email address, and it's in printed form, and I needed to transfer it to a digital format. So what I do is I just give a simple explanation. This simple but important job requires an image to be translated back into a spreadsheet identical in format. We have two priorities, accuracy and expediency. So I set the time frames and I set the parameters for quality. That's a simple project management skill that I've learned along the way. But anyhow, so what I do as a test for these often, I will set the job at, I mean, this is really, this would take somebody an hour tops. I'm not good at typing, I'm not good at this sort of thing, and it would take me about an hour to do. But this is an interesting experience, and there's all sorts of neat things that come from it, so I wanted to do a bit of an experiment here. So what I do is I set the budget at more than $10,000. So naturally, this is going to be a 1 hour job, depending on where you live and what you command or like to earn in an hour of work. Do the math, if you know what I mean. So let's think about that for a minute. We've set a budget at $10,000. I just give it a ridiculously high ceiling, and what that allows is it gives space for people to put their own price. It puts put their own quote, so to speak. So what I get is in these 125 proposals, what I will get are people that are charging $10,000, $7,000, that sort of thing. And that to me, I get it from people all over the world. So that brings up a question for me. As a person who hires people on Elance regularly, people like you that are looking to do work for fast-growing companies like mine, I think about that for a minute because what am I going to think when I see a 1 hour job and you're bidding $10,000 on it? Now, granted, this isn't a normal situation, but what I like to do is leave it up to you to set your own destiny, so to speak. It's your job, it's your priority to get this job, to get the bids. And do you think by putting up $10,000 for a 1 hour job, do you think that would be helpful for you? If you begin to catch my focus here. So one, I'm not. It looks like a lot of these people barely even read my response or my parameters in this description here, so they don't really address my concerns. There's tons of spelling errors, and English may or may not be your first language. That's perfectly understandable, but when you're writing a proposal like this, spelling, every computer has spell check, so spelling is important. Spelling is vital, and that is how we that's how we gauge whether you're going to be competent. Also, we look at your ratings and things like that. But oftentimes I've hired people that maybe don't have so good of a rating because they actually read my job, they gave a fair price, and I can tell that there was a human on the other end that actually cared and was going to do a good job. Those are the things that you need to think about when bidding and when giving price proposals and things like that. So just some things to think about on how to become a more effective freelancer. Hopefully this has been beneficial to you, and always keep it honest and keep it valuable, and you'll be on the track to growth in no time. All right, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.